Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're all doing well out there. So most of you know I have health problems and just the easiest things can be really difficult for me. And so I haven't really dived into the fake eyelashes world as much as I would like to, along with everything else that I do to make my inner child happy on this channel. So far, I've only tried the eyelashes that are self-adhesive and they just already stick on. I haven't had the best luck with those. And obviously, besides my health problems, I have just kiddos and like I said, neuropathy, just all kinds of stuff that makes wearing fake eyelashes all day just not something that I can do. It's something I just really still wanted to do, and it kind of was bumming me out. I just wasn't able to really perfect it with those, and I didn't want to mess around with glue. And I've just always been an eyeliner kind of girl, you know? I'm a slap some black eyeliner on top and go. My skin doesn't react very well to foundations and stuff, and I've just always been kind of insecure about makeup. You know, I'm a hair girl. And I grew up my whole life as a tomboy. And so now that I'm older, I just, like I said, try to make my inner child happy. I just wanted to find an easy way to do this. So I did come across magnetic eyeliner eyelashes. So I do also have some that are magnetic where there's no eyeliner and you just clip them. But instead of trying two different ones today, since I'm new to this, I'm going to stick to the eyeliner ones first. So comment below if you guys want me to follow up and try some other types of eyelashes. But today I really want to just go as easy as possible, stress-free as possible. Lately my life is filled with too much of it. And there's just so many circumstances where lash glue is just not an option, you know? And so I think that this is just really cool. And I've even seen someone do a test of this on an onion and these stuck. So even if you maybe have hair loss or something, I just think that this could be a really quick and easy and nice way to just feel a little bit more, you know, boom, whatever your thing is. Like I said, I grew up my life mostly as a tomboy, just real outdoorsy, musician type stuff like that. That doesn't mean I didn't dream about looking just really big eyes, big smoky eyes, stuff like that. But yeah, even in beauty school, I just wasn't that great at makeup. It wasn't my passion. I do know people where it is their passion and they're extremely good at it, but that doesn't mean I should hold myself back, you know? So maybe I'll end up really liking this. So thank you so much for being here, and we are going to find out how easy this actually is. On the note of health problems, it is a good thing to keep in mind that these are magnetic, so they do have an ingredient in there. It's an iron. It's an iron oxide, actually. And I did research into it, and I found a video where she's actually an eye surgeon. And my time is super limited because, you know, my daughter is nonverbal, and she's halfway to 4 now. So I just don't quite get the research, you know, and phone time, which is totally fine. So I'm sorry I don't have the name of the YouTuber I came across, but I would just type in eye surgeon tries magnetic mascara. But she went ahead and checked into this ingredient, the main ingredient, and I guess most these types of products, you know, the magnetic eyeliner, and it's an iron oxide. Now she said as a surgeon, iron is something you do not want in your eye. You know, they'll do surgery and stuff like that. But when she checked into it, this is a regulated, she said by the FDA, but it is regulated and it is a known additive. So it's a regulated known additive. So it's been approved and everything like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But if you're like me and you get MRIs, keep in mind, this is metal, it is iron. So make sure you don't have any remnants of that if you have an MRI appointment coming up, something like that. So just things to keep in mind. And obviously use anything around your eyes with extreme caution. I'm not saying you want to get this in your eyes, but as far as the research goes, the iron oxide that makes them magnetic and stick is good to go. And it's actually a color additive, I believe. So kind of neat. It's a color additive, magnetic, kind of cool, whatever. I'll have to look into it more another day. But just things to be aware of using something like this. So let's get to the fun stuff. I already pre-did some of my makeup. Like I said, I don't wear too much foundation or anything, but you know, this is an eyeliner, so just kind of keep that in mind. If you mess up, what makeup you want it to mess up or not mess up. Like I said, I didn't have to worry as much, but I did go ahead and do my eye makeup ahead of time because this is an eyeliner where we're going to be sticking it just onto my eyes. So I wanted to go ahead and get that all done ahead of time so I didn't have any eyeshadow and anything like that coming down on it. So that's what I did. I went ahead and did all this first as if I was going to put my eyeliner on. I did not put mascara on yet. And I did go ahead and curl my lashes the best that I could. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. So this I actually got off TEMU, but I will link below some of the recommended eyelashes that I've come across as far as the magnetic eyeliner. I believe one of the mentions was MOXIELASH. So I'll just link a couple from Amazon if you guys want to go ahead and check those out. These were off TEMU, so I'm not quite sure of the quality at the moment, but we're going to give it a try. So this is 6 micro magnets, eyelashes, and eyeliner kit. You can see like the eyelash comes with like little magnets on it. I want to make it clear I have not tried this, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to see how easy this is for a first timer as well, and just in general. So yeah, 10 pairs of 6 magnetic lashes, 2 tubes of magnetic eyeliner, 1 applicator. This brand name is Royal Miss. We got the, is it Falmink? That's the ones I got here. And obviously they have their steps. Draw the line on, allow 1 minute to dry for strong hold, apply lashes, and ensure every magnet clicks into place. But obviously we're going to go a little bit more step by step. But that's the steps that they say to go ahead and do right there for these. Has a little picture there. That's nice. We got a little tool. Looks like it's supposed to be softer and more secure hold. 3D, fall mink, comfortable all day wear. It's really nice. You can, maybe pop them on and off. Oh, look at that. Yay. Ooh. This is exciting. Definitely got some options there. And I see that they sell these in like half sets and all kinds of stuff. There's definitely options out there. So yeah, so to start off, bring you guys a little closer to me. Closer. We're going to really be able to tell that I maintain my eyebrows myself. My awesome neuropathy. So I'm going to go ahead and just separate my lashes a little. I'm going to go ahead and separate them a little, put my mascara on, and then we're going to get to the eyelashes. And I apparently did not curl these very well. You know why? Because I never curl them. I like having stuff by my eyes, or else I probably wear contacts, you guys. I don't have any good tips for curling your lashes because, yeah, like I said, I don't do this a lot. But I'm sure over time I'll get lots of awesome tips for you guys. So if you have any tips below about any of this, please do comment. 2 types of mascara. We have a ribbon wrapped lash, and I'll link all products below that I use. This is an extreme length tubing mascara. It's from Too Faced. I haven't tried this one yet. Like I said, I don't use all this kind of makeup on a daily basis. I'm a daily eyeliner girl, which is why I think that this would be a cool concept. Throw some eyeliner, pop a lash on, feel a little bit prettier that day if it's not going to irritate me too much. Like existing is super hard for me, so it's just, I just have resorted to having to just choose comfort most days, but that doesn't mean I don't want to like go a little all out and just, feel like make my inner child like smile and dance around. Like I grew up too fast, you know what I mean? Days are short, and my kids are just my whole world, and I just don't see anything wrong with, nurturing that part of ourselves, our inner child, So this is actually pretty nice. 24-hour wear, extreme length and lift, no smudging, clumping. It's a lash extension brush. It's supposed to like do a super extended tube around your lashes, deep black. Reach shortest lashes, suitable for contact lens wearers and sensitive eyes. So this sounds pretty good. This other one is called Bye Bye Panda Eyes. The volumizing and defining. Smudge proof. I did actually get this off Amazon as well. So I'll link both these mascaras, but I think we're going to try this Too Faced ribbon one just because I haven't yet. And I believe I got it just because I've been seeing it on social media a lot. So there you go. It's kind of like a rubber brush. Get a layer on here. And I'll try what I can. We're putting this on first so that it can like blend in. We put the lashes on. And then I like to come in with one of these and just. And kudos to all of you that do get up every day and do this. I just have to pick and choose my battles. Well, I am no super makeup expert on mascara, but I'd say that this one's pretty nice. At first I thought it was kind of messy and clumpy, but like look at how much they're popping right now. It's crazy, right? So yeah, I'd say this one's not too bad. I don't mind this. You guys are gonna see why it's so hard for me to do makeup. I have so many scars. My eyeliner always gets stopped in its track. And ow. I wouldn't say this is the easiest to put on, obviously. Ow. Oh god. You can see how it's tubing. Not me already messing up. It's like really hard to look into this camera. I might go get a mirror to do this. Ow. Okay. Good thing these eyelashes look pretty thick because I definitely messed this one up a little bit. Okay, well, I need a better separator thing because these are not coming apart and it already kind of dried on there. So I guess I'll like put another layer on there. Started this without putting my hair back. That's a big no-no. I can see how it's building. See how it's like building on my eye there? But I think with that, it's just gonna take a little. This brand would just take a little getting used to. It does feel a little bit thicker, and it does kind of clump if they do end up getting stuck together. See, I'm just okay. So not the worst, not the worst mascara, I guess, but I don't know. I do like. Okay, so I like this, but it does seem just slightly difficult for me. But I guess when you don't do this every day, it's probably gonna. And I'm going to put a little bit underneath just because I'm not doing any bottom lashes or anything. I do think it's cool though. They sell like, individual ones and stuff. So that was the Too Faced. I'll link this one below too. It's just a thicker kind of brush. A whole different situation going on there. So we want to do the mascara first. That was our first step. And I do have like 2 of my wigs picked out to just toss on at the end for fun to go with the look. I just don't know which color one we're going to do yet. Right. I'll link this headband below too because I know some of you have liked this headband. All right, so now we're all ready to go. Here's our eyelashes. Okay, right, so we have like 2 eyeliners right here. All right, so first we're going to want to shake this to get all the product mixed around in there. And then when we do bring out the eyeliner, you're not going to want to scrape it on the sides, which I do with my mascaras, so I guess we're going to want to just bring it right out. They say not to scrape it on the side. I'm guessing that's because you're going to want it to be thick because this is what the eyelash is going to stick to. This has the magnet in there. Mascara on my fingers. So here's what we're working with. It reminds me a lot of like a nail polish consistency. So it is a little bit of a thicker, like a thicker nail polish. Yeah, just so aesthetically pleasing with that. So here's like our little tool that we get. Not quite sure if this is magnetic or not. Now you can use these to put them on, pull them out of here. I don't know which one we should do. There's all different sizes. Which one do you guys think we should do? Got like quite thicker. I'm kind of digging like these ones right here. These are a little too thin. I kind of think these would look cool. I don't know. These look cool right here, right? Check it out. See, there's like magnets on there. There's like little tiny black dots on there. Those are the magnets. And this is magnetized too, so that's cool. It sticks right to it. And then looks like these magnets are just stuck in there, so those must just be there for when you're done. You can just set them right back in there. So now that we have our eyelash out, this is where you would see if you need to cut it. Now, if we do end up cutting this, we're going to want to make sure that we cut from the outside corner. And you're going to want to make sure you cut, right on where the next magnet starts because you're going to want these to lay flat. Cut it like in the middle, that's going to poke up. You know what I mean? So like if you were to cut it like right in the middle of these 2 magnets, on the end of your eye, it's going to like pop up. If we did cut this, you would want to start at the outside. And so I'm just going to kind of set this on my eyelash. See where it would kind of sit. Looks like it's going to sit really well. I don't want to shorten it. If I shortened it, it would, end up being, more over like that. But I think that the whole thing honestly fits, I think because we're going to like start it here. But that's going to be good. Maybe it is just a little too, but I usually do my eyeliner there. So I think that that's going to work. Ironically, it already kind of just stuck there for me. Now, when we first get these out and it's a new one, you're just going to want to kind of like roll it a little bit just to kind of loosen it up a little bit, make it a little bit more flexible. Now, I did read somewhere that some actually come with like anchors as well. So make sure like when you're rolling it, you see if there's like an extra piece that pops off on some brands or anything. So what an anchor is after you would like apply it to the top of your eye, there's a little anchor magnet that you would stick right under and it would just like hold it in place where the corner is popping off. So if you ever get something like this, that's what those little extra things are for. So yeah, if you get a set and it looks a little bit thicker in one spot, just double check it doesn't have the anchors attached to it or on there. Now we're going to go ahead and apply these. If you are going to use like different eyeliner because, you know, whatever design you're doing, this and that, I would say to apply that first and then put this over it because this is the magnet. You know what I'm saying? I think it's also going to help them have a stronger hold depending on like how thick you do the line. Luckily, I always do a pretty thick line. They say to just apply it once, but I saw somewhere to apply it once for like 30 seconds and then apply it again and let it sit for like 2 minutes. So I'm going to just make sure I get on my lash line. Just like I would, and you know, I like to do a wing. So I'm going to bring it out and do a wing like I normally would. And so yeah, I have hooded eyes, so I'm going to try not to open my eye too much. And so yeah, so we're going to want to make sure that that dries all the way. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do the other one. Think about where your lashes is going to be. I go like this. Drool on myself. Yeah, I got a cat eye, much better with this. Usually with my other one, I go up too high. I don't want to open my eyes too much because they're still drying, but here we are so far. See, oop, a big glob just came out. So I know they said not to wipe on the side, but I couldn't help it. So I just went through and I just wanted to get a thicker coating. That's a little too thick. I want to just go back in and you see like where I have these gaps. I want to make sure that I get in those gaps and you can kind of feather it. You don't have to do one swoop like I did. I still got my bad vision. So yeah, so just know that you can take your time. You can kind of feather it. You can use your face to kind of set and rest your hand on, you know, like that. But this is mainly for the magnet. I just happen to do my eyeliner really thick. Yeah, what you can do is you want to just go in and make sure you fill it in like in between the eyelashes and the gaps. I think that's going to matter a lot more for people that are, I would say, wearing this all day. See, I almost got my eye stuck. It wasn't dry yet. I think that's going to matter most for people that like wear these eyelashes all day. You're really going to want them to stick. So that's why you would make sure you can go get into all like the crevices and see where I missed some parts there. You can see where my scar kind of took over my face there. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, so if you were to touch up the eyeliner or put it over it, it's going to affect the magnet. But obviously now if I was going to like fill out some on the bottom, because obviously I'm not wearing any down here, I feel like this is when I could kind of come in and do this. Because I want to go big, obviously. I don't know if the look we're going for was noticeable yet. Obviously I'm going for big smoky eyes. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it just feels like so much going on here. So far, it doesn't feel any different than any normal eyeliner and stuff. I'm not used to wearing this much heavy makeup on my eyes, but yeah, that's just because, you know, I don't really go anywhere where I need to, but this will be nice when I do stuff like I have like a look I can go for. And I don't have to be so scared about wanting to, you know, do a pretty eyelash or something. Like, who says I can't feel like my face is gonna fly away every once in a while, you know? I wanna feel sexy. I'm just gonna use that to kind of set everything. Like I said, I did see a recommendation where you would put this on, let it sit 30 seconds, and put another bit on and let it like sit and dry for 2 more minutes. Make sure it's nice and dry. I do recommend also doing like a pat test before you put them on, just to pat and make sure it's dry as well. So I'm going to go ahead and actually let this dry a little bit longer. I'd say that tubing mascara honestly just went a little thick, and it looks like I got some of the magnetic eyeliner on my lashes. Look at that. Look at how that lash stuck. Oh, this is more of a mascara malfunction. I put it on way too thick and let it get clumpy, and then when I went to put the eyeliner on it, just like some of it got stuck to my lashes. But honestly, like full disclosure, so far this is great. No matter how bad my issues are with my hands and stuff, I've been doing just black eyeliner on the top of my eye for so long. It's like riding a bike. So it has taken me a little bit of time to get used to liquid liner compared to pencils that I used to use. But I do find that if you find like a thick liquid liner like this, like with a really fat end to it, you know, really made my life easier as far as getting used to lining the tops of my eyes. And that's what made this liquid so much easier for me today, honestly. So if you're new to like liquid liners and you're nervous, Try maybe not getting the super thin ones. Try getting like a thicker one. I struggle with some of these ones too. For some reason, I haven't mastered the cat eye. It's something with like the shape of my eye right here. So I'll have to go ahead and give that a try sometime too. So they're just about dry, and then we'll do the pat test, and then we'll put these on, and then I'll pick one of my wigs that we've done in the past to pop on and complete the look. So I'm gearing up to do my haircut that I keep talking about. So I thought that this would just be a fun way to try and cheer myself up and just zone out some of the stress that's happening. So, what about you guys? How's your summer? How's your stress? How's kicks? How's things? I also did just order some bleach so that we can get back to using some of that Medusa's makeup hair dye. And also it's time for me to redo my hair. So if anyone's been like really craving some big hair transformations and some bleaching and all that fun stuff that we love to do so much here, it's all coming up. I'm also curious just to see how my haircut goes. I did get some new scissors and a couple of new tools for that. So fingers crossed. By the time I got to get my surgery in July, I'm feeling like myself again. Not that I know who that is yet, but maybe I'll find her on the way. So we'll just give these one more second. If you have like some kind of like a little, flip fan or something, I see a lot of people use those as well. But I'm just over here going, drooling on myself and using my hands. But it's an option. My huzzy says hi, everybody. All right, so now the fun part. We're just going to stick these right on our face and we're going to do the pat test. Honestly, it still feels a little sticky to me. I feel like there's a little part I can make a little thicker, but it's fine. Honestly, this has been super easy so far, so let's see how these sit. It's too bad that there's no list of ingredients on these. That would be nice. That's because they're off of TEMU. There is our little magnets. See those? And we're going to want to start with the outer corner eye. How cool is this though? Like you could pick one type of eyelash and then want to switch it out and go ahead and do another one. These are reusable. Gosh, I want to say it even said you could do like up to 20 times. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure all types are different. And they also do come with like a clear eyeliner in case you don't want to do this big look. I've seen ones that come in clear. You can switch out your eyelashes. Obviously, you probably want to apply a little bit more of the magnetic eyeliner when you do switch them out just to make sure it's going to be a strong enough magnet because I'm sure some of it's going to come off on these. And also when you reuse them, you shouldn't have to roll them again to loosen them. But you will want to probably wipe off the old eyeliner from the magnets to make sure you're going to get a good stick on there. This is where I'm usually really bad. And I would use, and I can't decide. I honestly don't think I need to use the tool. I think I'm going to be better off with my fingers. But maybe this would be easier. I'm not sure. I'll just try it with this one. So we're going to want to start on the very outer corner of the eye. And it just kind of, oh, look at that. Just kind of sticks right on there. And make sure each of the magnets, I'm just going to kind of push right on. It just stuck right on. And then I can adjust it now. I can kind of feel the magnet on the inner corner. So I'm just going to move that up. Look at that. I can move it. I'm adjusting it. I could pull on it a little, move it around. You can see like this corner kind of came up. Ow. Let me stab my eye. So just push. You could just push that in. They seem pretty adjustable. Like I can move them as much as I want around. It looks like I should have put like a little bit more of the eyeliner. I have like the one magnet that just doesn't kind of want to stick all the way. I actually am doing that even though they said not to. Let's give it a try a little bit. I just didn't put enough for like where the magnet was going to lay. But look at how easy that was. And I feel like I put it up a little bit too high on there. I feel like I should have been able to. There you go. Well, now I just took the whole thing off, so now you can kind of see what happens there. Now you can kind of see it does kind of stick to it there. I did put it on pretty thick. The same thing, just start the outer corner. Magnets just stick right to it. I don't know, for me, for being a first time eyelash wearer, this was super easy. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Next one, just roll it a little. And I just stick, I'm in trouble with this magnet in the corner here. I did have some trouble with this magnet over here. You can see it's kind of all sitting a little lower. I don't think I let this dry all the way is the only thing bothering me. Like trying to trying to adjust this one is just a little bit annoying. So far they go on pretty good. I feel like I set them a little like too low maybe, because you can kind of see it's like dripping a little bit more on this one than this one. I just need to adjust it just a tiny bit. But I'd say for like a first time ever doing this was a lot easier. But I will say, if you don't let like it dry all the way, it is sticky. So I can see why they're like, no, wait till it dries. It's like that like magnetic glue just will kind of come off. So once again here, it just comes off super easy like that. You don't want to pull. I would say like go closer and kind of just lightly kind of wiggle it off. You don't need to sit and just yank on it, you know. And I'm going to try starting the corner again. I won't lie, using this to kind of individually do it was a lot easier. I do have like fatter fingers. That's one of the reasons I always played the bass, not the guitar. And I don't use iPhone. Like my fingers for some reason are just unreasonably fat to me or something. I don't know what the word for it is. But you can see like even here, this is like where the magnet is just kind of not sticking right. And so using this, it was just way easier to kind of push and pinpoint. For some of you, using your fingers might be easier as well. But look at that. Look how it just sticks right on there. And look at this one. It's crazy. And then obviously at this point, you can take, if you're going to finish up your eyes, or just to even just blend them a little more, you can go in. And like I said, you don't have to use the magnetic eyeliner, but you can go in and just fill that in a little more. Or whatever else you're going to do. Obviously, you don't want to put mascara on these, I don't think, if you're going to be re-wearing them, but I'm sure everybody does their own thing. Like I said, comments welcome below. But look at how quick and easy this was for me to have eyelashes. It didn't seem quick and easy because this was my first time doing it, and this is kind of like a tutorial. But now that I know like how to do it and how easy it was, I feel like I'm more apt to pick these up and grab them when I want to do something just a little bit more fun and exciting. Like, look at this. The only thing that's bothering me, honestly, the actual eyeliner itself isn't bothering me at all. I have super sensitive skin, eyes. I can't wear certain metals, things like that. And so the actual eyeliner from this brand, at least itself, isn't bothering me. And like I said, I'm going to link some below that I find on Amazon. But if you know what you're getting and it's for sensitive skin, even better. But so far, this one's not bothering me. Yeah, I'm honestly in shock that I'm sitting here with fake eyelashes, like, and it's not driving me nuts. The ones that I have tried where it wasn't glue, but they were self-adhesive, they're always falling off, flipping off, and I would get through like one picture of my, newly colored rainbow hair or something, and then it was just a mess. And it's noticeable, but not bad. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm pretty much used to it already. I finally feel like I have the eyelashes that I thought were everyone's real eyelashes, back when I was naive and new to the internet. Man, I still remember making my first MySpace, you know what I mean? All right, so I think that this looks super awesome. I'm going to go ahead and complete the look. But as far as the makeup, like, I'm already done. So here's it with, like, my normal hair. See if it amps up my tomboy blondie vibes a little. I do think I could maybe just mess with the positioning of these just a tiny bit more. But look, they're staying there. They're staying there. I can see how you might want to put mascara, like blend everything in. But yeah, if you're going to reuse these and stuff, I don't think you're really supposed to. That's why you like put the mascara on first to help with it blending up in there. But like I said, I'm sure people do. Oh, and here's another thing to be careful about. Since I did do the wing eyeliner with the magnet, when I just pushed that up, it did kind of go off my eyelid a little bit. And it tried to go into like that wing some, which honestly is fine. It's a cat wing, but it might be something I take into consideration later if I'm going to do a huge wing. I might want to, like they said, use it with my regular eyeliner and then put this magnetic eyeliner over that so that you have like less of the magnet. Last but not least, which wig do we want to do? Do we want to do my very first ever hollow prism rainbow hair that I can't find the front to? Where are you? Gorgeous one with this nice purple periwinkle undertones. We also have classic black with pink. Pretty fun one. This one? I think this one. Normally I would do a wig cap, but we're living on the edge today. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I know she needs a little work, but it is what it is. And don't forget, this is neon UV, so I'll show you guys that in the black light in just a second. But yeah, here's our completed look. What do you guys think? Like I said, my other ones would have fallen off already, and you know, I've been messing with these. They're staying on really well, but they're also not like a super big pain in the butt to get off either. You can switch them out. They have clear ones. So for me, if you're a beginner, I would totally go for this. So yeah, so just look around, find some eyelashes that work for you, you know, find the thickness, this and that. Go ahead and get you some of that magnetic eyeliner. Make sure there's nothing you're allergic to in there. Make sure to be careful if you got MRIs or anything that can't be, you know, exposed to that type of metal. Trim them from the outer corner up to the magnet if you need to adjust the size of them. Put mascara first. Do your eyeliner. Make sure you pat dry. You can do a second coat. Make sure you apply your other eyeliner before if you're going to need to do this over it. And then, yeah, just pop on. I was honestly surprised this worked so well. Oh my gosh. I remember when I tried these TEMU, what were they? Oh my God, they were sticker eyelashes. Like, they were literal stickers that you're supposed to just stick on. And that was the most insane, not easy, not fun day. I'm going to tell you that right now. But this, like, yes, I have my go-to, honestly. And look how many I get. I can even get just like the thin little pop-ons for the corner. That's about it. So for me, this was a win. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10 for the experience, the concept. I know that these aren't like a brand new concept, but I'm sure since they've been around, like I said, they have so many different forms, versions, clear, whatever you want to do. Even with like this extra light that like I'm shining on them, look. I think they just turned out so much better than anything I was trying to do before. The better part is if you get sick of them, you can just take them right off and then you still have some form of eyeliner on, you know? So yeah, super big win for me. I hope that you guys check these out. If you like this video in any way, I hope that you hit that like button. And if this was your first time here, I hope that you subscribe. Keep hanging out. I do have an Instagram that's always open in case you want to send me any pictures, got any questions. You know, you got a new hair transformation you want me to check out. Whatever it is, you can pop on over there, say hey. I always link it in the description and in my bio. I'll link all products that I used here today, as well as some magnetic eyeliner sets that I can find on Amazon for you to maybe go scroll and check through. So really looking forward to hearing if you guys have tried these before. What's your experience? Like I said, ever since I saw that video where she had an onion and she compared like magnetic liner to like the lash glue and just researching lash glue and everything, I just thought, what a cool, quick alternative, especially if you don't have any lashes, you know, for something to like adhere to. I mean, obviously you can still lash glue them on, but I just thought this was quicker, easier. And if you're a big eyeliner girly like me and you're already going to be incorporating some big black thick eyeliner into your day, now you can pop on the lashes too. So, all right. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and hanging out with me. There aren't really any more good days anymore, just more manageable ones. So let's all just keep trying to be the best versions of ourselves we can be, and don't be afraid to have bad days. You know what I'm saying? Much love, everyone. Biggest hugs. And I really hope to see each and every one of you guys in the next videos. Should be cutting my hair and then finally bleaching coloring on not just me, but my awesome wigs that I cannot wait to pull out because they are a color you guys have not seen before on this channel. I haven't even colored them yet and they're already a different color than you've seen on me. So miss ya, love ya. Hopefully see you soon. The sun is so bright. I'm sorry. You can see this one's off, this one's on. And so to take it off, just roll the magnets off your eye gently like that. See? Roll the magnets gently off your eye like that. Don't just like rip it off of your eye.